Hello friends, welcome to Mechanical Engineering Concepts. If you have not yet subscribed this channel, please subscribe this channel and click the bell icon for the notifications. So in this video, I am going to teach you MPFI or multi-point fuel injection system. MPFI is a specified system of a specified injection system which is used to inject fuel inside a petrol engine. So why we need MPFI? In the early ages, we used carburetor in order to mix the fuel with the air, and that particular air fuel mixture is used to inject inside this engine cylinder. The serious disadvantages of a carburetor system is that if we set a particular fuel air ratio, then the engine continuously work in that particular fuel air ratio. Consider that if we need a sudden acceleration, so we need more power. That means we need more fuel to generate more power. So carburetor won't provide more rich fuel air mixture in order to take the combustion process for a quick acceleration. It will provide a fuel air mixture which is set previously. So we can customize according to our need. That is why that is the serious disadvantages of a carburetor. So in order to overcome that difficulties, we use MPFI. So this is the schematic diagram of a multi-point fuel injection system. As the name indicates, multi-point means more than one point. Multi-point means more than one point, and we use more than one fuel injector for each cylinder. There are 4 injectors here and there are 4 cylinders here. For each cylinder there will be a particular injector to inject the fuel inside that engine cylinder. Okay, so these are the various components of multi-point fuel injection system. So there will be a fuel supply where we store the fuel, and there will be a fuel pump in order to pump the fuel through this circuit, and there will be a fuel filter in order to filter out the contaminants inside the fuel, and after that there will be a fuel rail. From here we give fuel to the injectors. Okay, and there will be a pressure regulator in order to regulate the pressure of the fuel which is flowing through this circuit. Okay, and there will be injectors to inject the fuel inside the engine cylinder, and specifically there will be a ECU. ECU means electronic control unit. Electronic control unit is a miniature form of a computer. Okay, it can sense the different parameters like throttle position, coolant temperature, oil temperature, oxygen sensors, and there will be oxygen sensors, intake air temperature. Everything can be everything can be measured by the ECU using different sensors. So there will be a separate sensor to sense the throttle position, and the sensor give information to ECU. So here there will be a sensor which is used to measure the throttle position. This sensor will sense the throttle position and give information to the ECU, and there will be a sensor here to sense the coolant temperature, and it will provide the information to ECU. The ECU can control each and every fuel injector individually. So if you want to inject more fuel inside this engine cylinder, then ECU can do it. So that is how the schematic diagram of the multi-point fuel injection system. So we can move to the working of MPFI. For the simplified explanation, I use that we can neglect all this, and I am just telling how the throttle position manipulates the injection. Okay, so ignore all this, and I am only considering the throttle position. If we apply the gas pedal, the position of the throttle changes. That means more amount of air will enter to the engine cylinder. When more amount of the engine enters to the cylinder means we need more fuel. So the sensor will sense the position of the throttle and give information to ECU. So ECU will understand that the throttle position is changing and it is increasing. The throttle position is opening. Throttle is opening, so that we need more fuel to inject inside that particular engine cylinder. So using a sensor will give information to ECU that the throttle is opening. So the ECU will manipulate the position of the amount of fuel that is injected to the cylinder. That means the ECU will tell the injectors to give more fuel inside this engine cylinders. Okay, so similarly ECU can measure the coolant temperature, oil temperature, oxygen level at the outlet of the engine, as well as the intake air temperature. So according to all this information, ECU will decide a particular amount of fuel that is injected to the engine cylinder. Okay, so each and every parameters is accounted, and ECU will decide how much amount of fuel is to be injected in each and every cylinder. So that is how the MPFI or the multi-point fuel injection system works. So the major advantages of this system is that it will increase the fuel efficiency. And there will be low carbon emission because we are using the fuel with much more efficient than that of the carburetor system. So, and there will be a good engine response. It means if you need a sudden acceleration, then ECU can sense it and it will provide sufficient amount of fuel so that we can get good engine performance, as well as we utilize this fuel without any kind of wastage, so effective fuel utilization is also obtained. So this is all about multi-point fuel injection system. If you like this video, please like this video, comment, share, as well as subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.